Today, I'm going to 2 Copa America games in the next 24 hours, and I don't know if this is going to be possible since both games are on the opposite sides of the country. Now, our first game is in Kansas City, where USA versus Uruguay was happening, so I had to make my way to the airport in the early morning to catch a flight that'll take me there. One problem was that I was on some really low sleep, so I was hoping that I didn't crash at the airport and miss my flight. Luckily, I got on and made it to Kansas City. Almost right away, I went straight to the stadium to check out some pre-match festivities, where both sets of fans were getting turned. While everybody was hyping themselves up before the match, I decided to get some score predictions from some USA fans to see how they were feeling.
Today we're here with
Chris. Abe Lincoln.
And which president are you?
George Washington.
My name is Maddie, sir.
Maddie?
Brennan, sir.
My name's Ben. I love America.
I'm Andrew. Donnie.
What do you think the score is going to be, honestly?
2-0 USA. 3-0.
3-0 USA? And who's scoring?
Abraham Lincoln and Pulisic. 4-0. 4 by Pulisic.
2-1 USA after a 1-1 half. Right there. Yes, sir. Yes,
I love it.
I
Who
think
are the
it's
goal
2-1.
scorers?
I think Christian Pulisic scores, and I think Weston McKennie. Weston McKennie, next one.
And I think I'm going to have a beer and a hot dog and enjoy the game.
Let's go. Amen to that.
Let's go!
I also then went to get some predictions from some Uruguay fans, but my mic decided to stop working at that exact moment. Oops. Trust me though, they were saying that USA was gonna win 3-0. No, they didn't. Who am I kidding? Anyways, after some more dancing and singing during the pregame, I decided to head into the stadium and get to my seat.
Hopefully we get with the result today. We need to win to make it through or else we're out.
And damn, I had some really good seats, except for one problem.
Man, this sunlight though, bro, it's killing me, man. What the is this?
Luckily though, the sun goes away pretty quickly into the
The
game.
more I sit here and I think, I keep going back to the fact that we lost to Panama. Out of all teams, how do we lose to Panama, bro?
Regardless, I got myself some water and got ready for the match.
No cap, the minute Pulisic stepped on the pitch, I felt aura.
And look at me singing my heart out during the national anthem.
Can you see by the
Yeah, that's enough for my singing. Finally though, the game kicked off and the USA fans were starting off hype from the jump.
Man, the crowd here is live, I'm telling you.
While I was being too focused on darwin.
Hey, look at my boy Darwin though, man.
Also, I knew this ref was about to be booty cheeks since minute 1, bro. He was making bad decisions since the start.
Man, referee's tripping, bro. He tripping, man.
Regardless of this bad referee though, USA were dominating the chances throughout the first half, especially from set pieces. It felt like eventually we would score, but nothing was happening. Also, peep this Pulisic and Darwin Nunez link up, man. That had me gassed. After that though, the whole crowd and I thought we should have gotten a penalty for this challenge on Balogun, and we were all pissed off when the ref said it was offsides.
That should be a offside, bro. You gotta be kidding me. No!
And to this day, I had no idea whether that was actually offsides or not, because I haven't watched the highlights yet. I'm way too scarred from the game. You'll see soon. But from this attack, Balogun received an injury, and he eventually had to get subbed out, which sucks because he's definitely USA's best striker by a mile. Overall, the US continued to play decently well throughout the first half, but the game ended 0-0 heading into halftime. And here were some of my thoughts at the time.
We're cooking these guys low-key, but we're not scoring. And Panama's up right now in their game, which means we gotta win. We gotta win this game. And right now, I don't even know whether we have shots on target right now.
It's not looking good, bruv.
Now moving past that, the second half went underway, and I was feeling pretty optimistic.
Come on, USA, give me the W now.
The second half from the US standpoint though was much slower and less aggressive, and honestly, Uruguay were getting themselves back in the game, but we kept on defending and trying to get a clean sheet. But remember, at this point in time, Panama were 1-0 up against Bolivia, which meant that USA could not be comfortable with the draw against Uruguay. We needed the win, until this happened.
Yo, I just saw Bolivia scored. This is what we needed. Let's go, Bolivia.
There was hope until 30 seconds later when this happened.
No!
Right when we had a chance of going through, USA sold. There was a VAR check though, and I was feeling hopeful that it was going to get called off.
Please, VAR, come through for us.
Because the VAR referees were taking a long time to check it, but the ref gave the goal.
No! We're finished. We're finished. It's over, bro.
After the game, I was looking at the replay, and I was like, bruh, that still looks pretty offsides to me. That ref must have been paid, bro. There's no way. And then Panama started scoring and winning their game again, so there was almost no hope in the US going through. I already knew we were finished the minute Uruguay scored, though.
We're finished. It's done. It's done.
I mean, sure, we had some chances to score and get us back in the game, but I knew we weren't going to score 2 goals to help us get a victory, no matter how many chances were coming our way.
The ball will not go in the back of the net, no matter what.
And eventually, the full-time whistle blew, and here were some of my thoughts.
Full time, everyone's booing. I hope it's for Greg. We got grouped at Copa America. We've never beaten anyone that's better than us in 5 years. He needs to go, bro. We need change, desperately. Or else the national team is going to disappoint at the 2026 World Cup. Disappointing, disappointing.
I was devastated. And while I was walking out of the stadium, I realized I had another problem. I didn't know where I was gonna sleep tonight. Okay, so here was my homeless plan, okay? My flight is so early in the morning that I kind of just decided not to book a hotel. I'm stranded at this airport for a few hours before my flight. And here's the problem as well. Security gates are not open. I can't get my boarding pass because the kiosks are not open. So I can't even get into the main part of the airport where all the food is, where I can wait for my flight. Yeah, this challenge might be a little more difficult than I initially thought. And I might be stinky too. I'm wearing the same shirt I've been wearing since morning. No lie though, I did meet some other people that were stranded at the airport as well. And honestly, I kind of just socialized with them for 3 to 4 hours before the airport fully opened up. I didn't record any of it obviously, because those were just some random late night conversations with strangers. But still, I can't lie, it was a pretty good time. But eventually, I got to my gate and hopped on another flight across the country to watch the second game within 24 hours to complete this challenge. And if anything happened, like the flight being delayed, I fall asleep at the airport accidentally, since I was on pretty low sleep, I would miss the game and fail the challenge. Luckily though, I got a couple hours of sleep on the flight and made it back to the crib where I could shower, change, and relax for a tiny bit, etc. Then, like an hour later basically, I had to make my way to the next game to complete the 2 Copa America Games in 24-hour challenge. And the ride to the stadium was pretty long. Also, we found parking like 40 minutes outside the stadium, so we had to take some booth train to make it to where we gotta go. We eventually made it to the stadium like an hour before the game started, so the time was ticking for me to complete this challenge. And there were so many fans outside the stadium, especially Colombian fans, who were trying to get inside, and it was taking a long time to even get to our seats.
This line to get inside is crazy. It took 30, 45 minutes just to get inside.
Eventually though, we made it to our seats, and just look at our view, man. Wow, it was phenomenal.
2 games in a row, 2 good seats. We are up, baby. We are up.
Now the atmosphere at the stadium was amazing. Just hear it for yourself. After that ended though, I was just excited to see my boy Diaz cook for Colombia and Alisson Becker cook for Brazil, since I'm neither Brazilian or Colombian. I'm just a Liverpool fan who was there at the game for vibes, and of course to complete the challenge.
Today I'm just gonna see my boy Lucho do well and Alisson Becker do well. That's it. Liverpool, baby.
Now Brazil needed to win this game because they definitely wanted to get top spot in their group, and the only way they could do that is if they beat Colombia, just so they don't have to face the red-hot Uruguay in the quarterfinals. And that's why during the first half, it felt like it was only Brazil attacking and getting shots in for the most part. They were desperate for a goal, but Colombia did have some chances of their own, and James even hit the crossbar from a free kick in one of those. But Brazil were the ones who took the best advantage out of a free kick, with Rafinha stepping up to one and scoring an absolute golazo, and the crowd was going wild, including me. I was turned.
Oh my days! What a free kick! What a free kick!
Now the Colombian crowd were doing everything they can to get their team back in the game, chanting and hoping for the best. And eventually, Colombia got a goal back. But here's the issue.
It's offside! The crowd is not realizing yet. The ref called off. VAR is taking a look. Let's see what they say.
Eventually though, the goal was ruled out, and Brazil still had the lead in the match. And Colombia were frustrated about this, and were taking their aggression out on the pitch.
This is what I came to see. I'm trying to see some scraps.
But then, right before halftime, this happened.
Cordoba. Oh!
But then, through the second half, there wasn't much going on in terms of chances. And yeah, there was a chance from the Colombian striker Bora, which he should have scored, but he skied instead. But Colombia were playing for the draw, since that's all they needed to secure top spot in the group. And eventually, they got the result they needed, and the game ended in a 1-1 draw. And here were my final thoughts.
That is 2 Copa America Games in 24 hours. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to watch some more amazing content, click right here. You won't regret it, trust me.